Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Lucid9. So, last episode, we were a dick, or let's not say we, like it's not our fault Yama's a dick. Yama was a dick to Rui for no reason, because she might be in love with him, and he might be interested, but he treasures their friendship too much because of this, and I've never heard of this before, never seen it in any media, any book, anything. And it's totally not stupid. And also last episode, Yama saw an old friend of his that he hasn't seen in years. And he's totally going crazy, whoa, how can this be? And I've also never heard of this before. Ever. Even though it's a stereotype though, it might be interesting. Because as of now, we have to still learn about the murder mystery stuff in this game. And maybe she's related to it. So, I guess we shall see. I take a quick glance around. My classmates are hunched over the desks, some writing furiously, some staring awkwardly into space. Maybe they forgot how to write. I mean, okay. It probably takes a long time to forget how to write. I wonder how long it takes you to forget how to write. It must be at least a few years, right? Or maybe you can't even forget it. Like it's something like driving a bicycle. I don't know. The most avid one is Elizabeth, who's already on the second page, lips moving furtively as her arm blurs down her paper. I'm not surprised. She retains this naive belief that she can actually control her future. You can't wait for life to prove her wrong. Wow. That is a dick thing to say. Misaki, probably Misaki, right? Misaki, on the other hand, has completely thrown away any pretense of studiousness, choosing to text under the desk with one hand while simultaneously pretending to write with the other. Her nylons make me crazy. And her skirt is even shorter than the normal average Japanese anime schoolgirl skirt. Schoolgirl skirt. Wow, it's nearly like a tongue twister. Anyway, I mean, just too much. I mean socks, okay, I get socks. I mean, I don't get them. I personally don't understand what it is about socks that is supposed to be sexy, but okay, I can kind of accept this. But these nylons, it's like she's working in a nightclub right after school, you know? This is what you would wear in a nightclub if you were a pretend schoolgirl. I don't know. That's pretty impressive, actually. I mean, it's nothing major. I don't want to say this game is bad because she has a short skirt and nylons, but I don't know, it distracts me, kinda. I take a quick pinch on the arm to check my state of consciousness. Not dreaming, apparently. It's Misaki Kazehaya, in the flesh. 5 minutes. Right, the assignment. What did the teacher say? Dream job? Write one page? I stare at the prompt on the screen as if it will provide an answer. Meh, I don't want to deal with this. I deftly set my pencil to paper and scribble my response. 1 page. Oh boy. I'm all for joke answers. I'm all for joke answers. And I have written quite a bunch in my school time as well. Especially in math tests. Because usually I had no idea what I was supposed to do. But that one is not creative. This is like the most by the books uncreative one. It would have been more, the teacher would be more surprised if you actually wrote something down. Like, come on. Yama, at least try. As morning classes slug on, I feel a very prominent gaze burning into the back of my head. I refuse to turn around, trying to piece together my thoughts. Should I approach her or not? When the bell rings, Yaiko immediately tugs on my sleeve, his face shining. Dude, I'm gonna talk to her. Who? The new girl, of course. She must be the shy princess type waiting for a Prince Charming to sweep her off her feet. Who better than me to make a dream come true? I think you mean nightmare. Well, good luck with that. You're not coming? Why would I? Surely Yaiko Ikari wouldn't be suggesting that he needs help from me. To learn, of course. I worry for you, my man. You may end up a spinster your whole life. You haven't snagged a single date in all the time I've known you. Well, neither have you, but I won't mention that. Or the fact that spinsters are exclusively female. I don't even know the word, so I believe you on that, Yama. So, are you coming? I am, I guess. Well, it could be helpful to break the ice. Like, he makes an ass of himself, and then you can be like, hey, Misaki, how you doing? At the very least, this will be a chance for me to see what kind of person she has become. Yaiko swaggers over to the side of Misaki's desk, expertly raising a single eyebrow as he flips his hair out of his face. I can't do that. I always wanted to be able to do that, but I can't. This is one of the coolest things ever. I mean, I don't know if that really helps you with the ladies. I doubt it, but it's still really cool. Why, hello there. I brace myself for a slap or a headlock in response. But Misaki only tilts her head quietly to the side, regarding him with a single arched brow. Can I help you? This appears to fluster Yaiko for a moment. Thankfully, he's not the school's best Casanova for nothing, which, honestly, really tells you something about the quality of our Casanovas. Actually, yes. Do you have a map? Because... Before he can even finish the sentence, Misaki's fingers whip around her phone with ease of long practice. And 3 seconds flat, she's pulled the campus map onto her screen and shoved it in front of his face. Here. Where in particular are you looking for? Wait. Oh, are you also a transfer student? What? That certainly would make much more sense. I was just thinking. It's a little strange that a student would be asking me for directions, since I just transferred here. But I should have realized. You must feel the instant connection of a fellow transfer student. She's fucking with him, isn't she? When did you come here? Wait, this is a big misunderstanding. I'm trying to hit on you. Oh, I see. 7 out of 10. Huh? I rated your approach. You didn't even introduce yourself. You're right, how careless of me. I am the one and only Yahiko Ikari. Surely you have heard of me. I highly doubt that. You wouldn't by any chance happen to be the Yahiko Ikari from Govameka? The president's aide. That Yahiko Ikari? Yahiko's chest practically doubles in size. Wait, what? Indeed I am. Are you, by any chance, a fan? The biggest. I really enjoy the political satire. And the music is just amazing. What? To be honest, by your appearance, I thought you were like the cold type. Or you're just really good with fucking with Yaiko. Also possible. This has to be some big joke. Did you know that our pet attack is one of the top trending? And Isamu Times has us listed as a viral phenomenon. Viral for what reasons? Well, that must be a different story. Congrats! I was sure that it would become a big hit. But of course, even the stars themselves are no match for an Ikari. Or the moon. Oh yeah! Guess what my next dream is? Is it... to build a vacation home on the moon? Yes! A vacation home! I wonder what would happen if you jumped on a trampoline while on the moon. How high could you go? I don't know, but I'm definitely going to test it. Yahiko and Misaki are... new besties apparently. Which is nothing short of absolutely terrifying. Meanwhile, I'm being completely ignored. She is fucking with him. Like, I know my anime girls. How should I describe it? My anime girls look cliches. She has to be the cold type. Like, I demand it! I made my mind up before the game told me something. Now the game has to do what I want. Oh man. I'm only a little bit pretentious. Meanwhile, I'm being completely ignored. Maybe she doesn't recognize me. Hey, Miki. She tilts her head in my direction, eyes bright. Oh, hi. Do I know you? Wait. What? She doesn't remember? Come to think of it, she hadn't spared me a single word. Or even a glance. She doesn't... How could she not? It's Yama. Yama Ishimoto. He's my minion. I'm sorry, I don't think we've met. Oh, you have got to be kidding. Childhood friend, 4 years back, you, me and Rui, we all hung out together. What? Total blankness. She has honestly forgot. No, can't be. Like, that would be too easy. That would actually be too easy. Or maybe she's like part of the conspiracy of some sort. Also possible. Words start pouring out of my mouth as I frantically search for something to get a reaction out of her. We all lived in Seto, small town, 3 hours drive away. Yes, no. I'm sorry, I don't think. We all played together, we were inseparable. We met at the festival, he won with the lanterns. Misaki's expression gradually turns from polite to more and more skeptical. Of all ways I imagined we'd reunite, this was definitely not at the top of the list. Do you really not remember? I'm really very sorry. This can't be it. Rui and I bawled our eyes out after she left. We hovered by the phones for hours, waiting for a single call. When nothing came, we even resorted to hovering by the mailbox, in the vain hopes that we'd receive some snail mail. Is she saying that during that time, that 1 month, which turned into 6, which turned into 1 year, which turned into 4 years, she'd just forgotten us? How could that be possible? Unless, by any chance, you haven't gotten into a tragic car accident and ended up with amnesia, have you? That's why you haven't called, not in 4 years. She backs away slowly, eyeing me like I'm an insane psychopath. Okay, this is bad. This is really bad. I wore a kimono. You really don't remember? She stops at that, a flash of recognition catching her eyes. Got her. I wore a goodbye kitty kimono and ran around calling you a tooth fairy. You did? On second thought, I really should have talked to her with no one else in the classroom. I was a kid. But you wore a kimono and called her the tooth fairy? Well, yeah, but... Ah, okay. I see. That was her plan all along? Him admitting that he called her tooth fairy? Okay. About time you admitted it, Yama. I'm struck speechless as the situation begins to dawn on me. You know who I am? Know you? How could I not? It's only been for years. Then, you were... faking it, of course. Why were you pretending not to notice me earlier? I knew you recognized me. Well, it's not every day you see an old friend who just decided to disappear one day. She stops at that, a flicker of irritation crossing her eyes at my cutting tone. It's not like I wanted to leave Seto, Yama. So why did you? My mother didn't leave me much of a choice. You mean Satomi? She nods. You could have at least told us you were moving. I couldn't. I wait for an elaboration, but it never comes. That's it? You just couldn't tell us? Why not? Do you mind if we can talk about it later, Yama? I'm not very comfortable discussing it in class. I open my mouth to object, but something about Misaki's expression prevents me from pursuing the issue further. Also, I can't take my eyes off these goddamn nylons! It distracts me, really. It's distracting. And maybe I'm like overreacting. I mean, I am overreacting. I'm really overreacting here. I admit it. But I don't know, man. The problem also is, like, the text is right down at her legs. Like, it's so distracting. Who wears that to school? He genuinely seems distraught. Seems like something out of Kill la Kill, I don't know. Like that level of nudity. Probably a bit too much, but you know what I mean. Wait. Yama wore a goodbye kitty kimono and called Misaki the tooth fairy? Luckily, Yaiko managed to change, by the way, goodbye kitty, or whatever it was called. That is me applauding on my mouse. Luckily, Yaiko managed to change the subject. I decided to play along for the time being. I was a little kid, shit. Anyway, I hear excuses. All excuses. It's not an excuse. There's a legitimate explanation. I somehow fell and got my yukata dirty. And it was at the festival. And we weren't very close to home. And Miki had an extra kimono. A goodbye kitty kimono. Yes. Somehow having Yaiko mock me just makes the entire thing 10 times worse. I cast a half-pleading, half-indignant glare at Misaki, who only shrugs in response. It isn't my fault you enjoy cross-dressing. I don't. If only I had Peta at the time, I would have taken a photo. Wait, so what's this Peta you keep mentioning? Okay, I was thinking like a second, is it a word? I don't know. But probably it's something from the future, I guess. So, their time, not their future. You know what I mean. Don't judge me. I'm just plain stupid. Judging by the reactions I'm getting, I've just committed a huge faux pas. You don't know what Peta is? Where have you been living your whole life? Under a rock? Well, technically, that's what my name would imply. Yeah. Although Yama means mountain, but Iwa is more of a rock. But, okay. What? Is it like the Secret Service database or something? Far more important. It's the most popular social networking website in today's society. I really question your priorities. Through Peta, you share posts with 90 characters or less. I don't think, actually, to be quite honest, I don't think. By the way, if you're hearing that, that is the dog of the neighbors barking outside. I personally don't think that the social media trend goes into even less characters than Twitter. Like Twitter had hit the bottom of the barrel in that regard, I think. Because, I mean, really, what can you write in less than 90 characters? It allows you to spread important news, demonstrate your support, provide instant feedback to questions, or just blog about your day. Govamaker got big because of Peta. As for me, I like to give updates on the progress of my day. Okay, fine. Does anybody actually care? A sudden deathly chill pervades the room. My second major faux pas of the day, apparently. People care. Are you sure? Because the way I see it, tapping 2 buttons doesn't exactly make you... They care, damn it. Don't say nothing different till you pet yourself. Don't say nothing. Intense Misaki. Wait, what? But the conversation grinds to a halt when Misaki phone's thrills in her hand. She immediately regains her composure. Kazehaya speaking. Yes, understood. I'll be there in 5 minutes. She cuts the call and shoves her phone into her pocket, looking me square in the eye. But the one thing that really confuses me about her design, like, she has really the cold design, you know? Like, the half-opened eyes, like the little, like, bit sleepy look. Like, the dark hair, often not always, but often the cold type has the dark hair. And all that. I mean, I'm a bit confused about her character, to be honest. Like, I still feel like this all might be, all pretense. And there is actually something bigger to it. Or, I don't know. Now that's just me speculating. But I feel like this is all somehow wrong. She cuts the call and shoves her phone into her pocket, looking me square in the eye. I must go. Duty calls. Duty? What kind of duty? My employer has a job for me. Job? Now? What about school? Oh, I'm sure they'll excuse this one. Let's talk again later, Yama. Oh, and make sure to bring Rui, okay? Goodbye. Oh, that's her. Goodbye. And, like a tornado stalking its next target, she blazes out of the room. I'm left completely dumbfounded with a Yaiko who's dancing around the room like he just won his mansion on the moon. I have a fan! I have an actual fan! A real fan! Now, to be honest, if your shit went viral via Future's Twitter, and guessing that social media is even more big, it's even bigger than it is today, you probably have lots of fans. I wonder how long it will be before I can pledge her to my service as my first true minion. Sunohara level of humor. Always the best humor. I wordlessly leave him in his fantasy of world domination and head to the cafeteria. It's more out of routine than actually feeling hungry. The shock of running into an old friend after 4 years might have something to do with that. Maybe I should be angrier at Misaki. But at the same time, who knows what had happened with her and her mother. She seemed pretty uncomfortable talking about it. At least she's here now. I guess that is all that matters. If Misaki wants to tell me, she will on her own time. That is one of the more reasonable things you have done so far. Although I could understand that if you were angry. Although, he was angry. Misaki told him, I can't tell you here. It's a rather reasonable reaction, I guess. The cafeteria is broad and beautiful, boasting polished surfaces and tidy, well-lit spaces. Modern furniture settles well on the brushed mahogany floor. Students in pristine uniforms travel to and fro, scooping food from the extensive buffet counters around the perimeter of the cafeteria and returning to their friends. I spot Rui in the back corner of the cafeteria, staring up at the skylights with a thoughtful tilt to her hat. Actually, this would be a perfect time to tell her about Misaki. Rui would be thrilled to see her again. Hey, Rui! She jumps slightly at the sudden sound, and only then do I remember that I'm supposed to be apologizing for being dramatic yesterday. Except, I've never been great at apologizing, or even good, or actually even mildly passable. Say, how are you? I'm doing okay. How was class? Oh, she's not actually angry. Judging by her face. Okay, let's do this again. Another take, another take. What do you mean? We have no time for another take. That is, sometimes I imagine this is how bad dubs come into existence. We don't have time for another take. What do you think we're doing? What do you think we are? Professional? I'm doing okay. How was class? It was okay, I guess. Oh, okay. We shuffle for a moment and I finally clear my throat. About yesterday. It's okay, Yama. I know that seeing the bus must have brought up some memories. You were just lashing out. But I shouldn't have. No, I guess not. So next time something like that happens, I reserve the right to slap you silly. Yeah, do that. He deserves it. And just like that, everything is right between us. What have I done to deserve a friend like this? True that. Like, truer words were never spoken. Thanks. But buy me lunch. What? Ah, come on, it's only fair. If I go into debt, I blame you for constantly mooching off of me. Are you ever going to pay for your own food? Probably not. But you can't count those grocery trips, because I ended up cooking everything for you. And yourself. Labor taxes. Let's go already. I'm hungry. But just as she reaches forward and pulls my arm to her side, we hear a very familiar voice from behind us. Well, well, well. What have we here? Ah, it's you. I totally forget what kind of voice I gave you. I think it was just deep, right? Let's just do deep. We jerk around in synchronization and promptly come face to face with Mr. Ryota. Rui quickly squeaks and jumps away, suddenly bashful. Oh, hi Mr. Ryota. Look at you two, the adorable childhood friends, finally getting together after years of unneeded drama. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Oh ho ho! Okay, you're not the villain anymore. You're my favorite character with that one sentence. Thank you. Self-awareness. Thank you, Mr. Ryota. Thank you. Even if you're guilty, I like you now. I feel sick. What is this? Some crappy anime? What? We're not together, baka. I wouldn't go out with Yama in a million years. It's actually really adorable. I struggle to maintain a straight face. You know, shit. Fucked up. Another take. I know. I'm just too good for you. She snaps back into the Rui that the rest of the academy knows her as. Witty, confident, and a touch malicious. She opens her mouth, no doubt to smite me with some comeback or another, but Mr. Ryota breaks us up. Well, if I don't end up barfing my guts out, you guys will have the most adorable wedding in all of history. And there goes Rui. How can you say something like that, Mr. Ryota, you baka? Hallelujah! Praise the Lord. You're a teacher. You should know better. Oh, come on. You two will look back on this day. Mark my words. With a cheerful wave, he splits to the fuck, now I'm stuttering myself. To the faculty express line. Those words sound familiar. God damn it! It's always the same. When I start misreading shit, then I read everything wrong. Those words sound fairly ominous. I can already imagine all the embarrassing stories he'd liberally share with the other wedding guests. We'd probably have so many people rolling in the aisles from laughter that Rui wouldn't even be able to walk properly. What the heck am I even thinking about? Wedding? Rui? How can I think about something like that? You just referenced, Mr. Ryota just referenced how this is stupid. Why do we do this anyway? Like really, why? It's like the creators knew it's dumb and did it anyway. Ah, Mr. Ryota is being his usual self, I see. Yep. Now it's got me thinking about... Nope, not going there. Maybe now would be a good time to switch topic. Alright, I even have the perfect material. Hey, Rui, you're not gonna believe this, but I saw Miki today. Rui's face cuts to complete blankness in the space of a millisecond. It is really shocking news. Maybe I should have eased it a bit. She ended up transferring to the school, and we coincidentally wound up in the same class. Dead silence. I finally start to feel a prickle of apprehension. We can hang out together again. We can... Did you talk to her? What? Of course. It's Miki. Rui, what is wrong? Aren't you happy? Well, no. I'm not. As far as I'm concerned, she has nothing to do with either of us anymore. Don't you remember? We were kids who held a stupid grudge for something beyond her control. Come on, we're older than that now. Oh, are we? She didn't really apologize, did she? Well... I pause for a moment. Rui's expression immediately darkens. I see that she didn't. And I know why. Because she wasn't there to see you fall apart. I don't think you remember, Yama, but you were in a really bad place after she left. Even to the point where... I mean, you know... But that wasn't because of Misaki. I mean, yeah, but she triggered the whole thing. It's just, when I think about it, I get mad at her. Really mad. So it's probably best for both her and me if she stays away. So, you're not gonna be friends again. The thought is so baffling that I can't help but stutter. In my mind, we'd always been a package deal. Me, Rui, Misaki. It was either all or nothing. I mean, you're your own person, so you should go hang out with whoever you want. But I can't be buddy-buddy with Misaki until she realizes what she has done. I never thought Rui, of all people, would be irrational. How bad had I been exactly? I'd never seen Rui so upset. At least not in a really long time. Sorry to be a downer. Why don't we just grab some lunch? How about you go on ahead? I need to talk to Mr. Ryota. Okay. Surprisingly, she doesn't ask me any more questions. She heads to the lunch line without a word. Maybe she also feels rotten inside, like something has been lost forever. I shake these thoughts and immediately locate Mr. Ryota, who's just popped out of the faculty line and, conveniently enough, is heading in my direction. He watches our separation with an eyebrow raised to his hairline. Oh, are the newlyweds already running into trouble? I ignore this. Good timing, Mr. Ryota. I wanted to ask you something. If the question is whether to officially ask Rui out, the answer is yes. What? No, that is not the question. Oh, really? That is a bit boring. Rui and I aren't... You know what, never mind. I was wondering what it means when you see someone you haven't seen in forever, who you thought disappeared off the planet. It means exactly what you just said. Your life actually is a crappy anime. You know why you can't do this? You know why you can't do this? Because it makes the player feel stupid. Like, it's like, yeah, your life is a crappy anime. And this dude here is stupid enough to sit in front of the TV or the PC, and is playing that shit. Like, you can't shit on your own product without making the player dumb. You know, I know it's not directly fourth wall shit, but it's like third and a three-quarter wall, you know? It's like, your life is a crappy anime. It's totally cliche, it's totally bullshit. We could be over this long time ago. But for convenience sake, we're doing this. You can't do this. Why would you do this? I don't understand. I never said that. Oh, you didn't. Mr. Ryota. Sorry. Can't help it. Now, who's the person you haven't seen in forever? She just transferred into my class this morning. Rui, her, me. We were really close when we were little, back in our hometown, Seto. Transfer student, childhood friend. Don't even think about it. Too late. My life is not a My life is not a crappy anime. It's not. You're right, it's a really crappy anime. So, what is the problem? Well, I talked with her, and I think we'll be friends again, but Rui is jealous. What? No, what is this, junior high? Sorry, I'll shut up. See, when Misaki, that's the transfers, that blah blah blah. I have no right to complain about anything, I can't even read. That's the transfer student. Left, she accidentally triggered a giant depressive state that basically left me in the dumps for a year. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. Rui claims it was bad. Yama, when can you come to my office today? I want to listen properly to you, and the cafeteria is not exactly an ideal environment. Well, I guess that Mr. Ryota got hired into his job for an actual reason. Okay. Guess I'll drop by after school? Oh, or during, really. Either way works. Now off to lunch, you go. No. I'm gonna end the episode right after the scene. I can't anymore. I hate myself and I hate this game right now. Now off to lunch. You. Gotta eat before the bell rings. Young growing boys need all the nutrition they can get. He can't sound like the wise, all-knowing teacher when he just implied it was fine for me to ditch school. See you later, Mr. Ryota. He only responds with a casual wave before he saunters over the nearest table, chatting easily with a group of students. Ah, holy shittity shit. First of all, I can't read. I shouldn't get angry about that all the time. It really reached the point where it's ridiculous that I'm always angry at myself for reading stuff wrong. I mean, at this point, I guess it can't be helped. Man, why? I don't understand this. Why would you shit all over your own story so far? It's like you're agreeing with me. Yes, so far it's bullshit, but hang in there. You're gonna go on for reasons I'm not aware of yet. Like, as mentioned before, I think I'm not, I like the writing style. The way stuff is written. The dialogues are not badly written or anything. The way they are written is good. I like the way stuff is written. But the substance itself is so goddamn dumb. Like most of the time. So far at least. Like, it's a crappy anime. The teacher said it. Oh man. Well, we haven't even reached the mysteries part yet. Maybe the substance gets better then. So, thank you everybody for watching. come back for the next episode. And I'll see you then. Bye bye.